Okay, we're gonna have to address a few things there. First of all, so when you say you made your own toilet, like, did you connect? Is that connected to any sort of?
It's connected to the drains.
Okay.
And it pumps in water from the water tank.
Okay. So, like, when you decided that you're going to make your own toilet, did you clear this with anybody, or did you decide?
No comment. There's a problem for my landlord when she inspects the property.
Oh my god.
Sees a toilet in the closet.
Okay, wait. So if your toilet is in the closet, where did you put the things that you would usually put in your closet? Where's that? Where's your closet space?
There was this random kind of, we'll call it, indent in the wall. I've stuck a handrail up there.
I don't... Okay,
I don't
so
like moving, Loppy.
how long did you live here before you were like, okay, I can't take this anymore. I have to have a toilet in my closet?
4 or 5 hours?
Okay, so immediately you're like, I'm not an animal. I can't do this anymore. I can't live like this.
I'm not sure you understand how damn steep these stairs are.
Okay. I mean, that would be a scary, like, midnight visit, you know? You wake up and you're like, I just gotta, but you can't, because you'll die.
Also, the toilet's on the up... We've got two... The house has 2 doors.
Mm-hmm.
The first one doesn't lock, which is the one directly outside. And then the second one does. There is nothing between that space. The fucking toilet. So I have to unlock the door to go to the toilet at night. I'm
learning horrifying things.
I don't know who made this house. I can see why the rent was cheap.
Well, you made 1% of it. Also, hi Lilith. Thank you very much for joining us at this very opportune time in which I did have confirmation that Connor washed his hands, allegedly. So that's a good thing. Aside from that, everything else I'm learning is just horrible, terrible news. Like, you don't... Like, you've cleared out the closet space. Yeah, like, there's nothing...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right.
I mean, the only thing which was actually in there was some rats.
Oh, perfect. Scenery. Well, because I'm taking his word for it, Case. That's why he's allegedly washed his hands. I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe him. I trust him this time. But I'm pretty sure there has been another instance in which he came back from the toilet and he did not wash his hands. I remember asking that, and I'm pretty sure you did not wash your hands.
Oh yeah, because I made a whole argument for not bothering with it.
Yeah. I think Derek was there too. I don't remember when this was. I feel like it was before.
In the year of 2021.
No way.
Yes, it was, because it was when I was using my university toilet.
Oh. Wait a second. When did Derek and I debut? It was February 13th. But what year was it? It was 2022, right?
Probably. That sounds right in my head.
I was about to say, because we're coming up on 2 years. 4 years of washing hands. Yeah, have you washed your hands every time since then? Be honest with me, Connor.
Do I ever lie about this? No.
Okay, good to know. Okay, well, every time you contact me about, like, hey, can you do this, or like, you have time to do this, I'm gonna ask you, did you wash your hands today? Instead of, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? It's gonna be, how often do you wash your hands, Connor?
Normally after poo-poos.
What about when you pee? You just peed right now. You said you wash your
Depends
hands.
on the mood.
No! You already have a toilet in your closet. You can't just go around contaminating everything, even if you live in the space. That's honestly just worse. Because everything that... Like, did you get sick at all this year? I'm just wondering. Oh, actually, you know, you were sick recently. You're
yes,
throwing up. Yeah.
I'm literally...
You know what? Maybe that's why.
Recovered.
Maybe that's why. I mean, we did also...
Lack of hygiene.
Yeah. We did also, while the countdown was going, we did learn about the cause of your migraines and why you're going to keep getting migraines from now on. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Without caffeine.
Yeah.
Caffeine is a requirement for life.
Yeah, Connor realized after he stopped drinking coffee that he felt a lot better and he didn't have migraines anymore. Just instantly.
So actually it was the caffeine from colas which were doing it.
Oh my god. That's really funny, actually. Also, let's do our recursory... Hold on, let's do our recursory check to see if Yanbot's alive. I don't think it is, but... Oh, no, he's there. He keeps resetting. We just decided to let him be like that. I can't restrict his freedom. He has to be his own person. But yeah, that is hilarious knowing... I don't know, you have a certain history with soda, I feel like. Or at least cola specifically.
I mean, I just want to inflict this curse on Lucy and see how well she survives.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, you know I still pay her in the bloody 24 packs of cola, right?
Do you actually?
Yes! Every week!
You know...
For like the past 3 years!
3 years? You know...
You have no idea how much cola I brought for her.
She's a simple woman. I understand. That is A-okay, Eljim.
You gotta get away with forgetting. Okay.
Yeah. No, well, I could have forgotten. Actually, that's not true. I always, whenever I have something planned in the day, because I don't usually have many things planned, I can never forget it. And so I'm laying awake at night thinking about it a week prior to that. And then I set an alarm and then I wake up 2 hours before it. So, you know, I guess I can't actually forgive that. But it's fine. I mean, No, I did forget about important things, though, that are more abstract in a general sense. Like people's birthdays, that's why I have to write them down. I'm trying to think, have I ever forgotten my own birthday? I don't think I have. But I forget about my own, like, anniversaries, important dates and whatnot. So, it's fine.
I never thought about me doing that pose.
I don't know where that comes from. And I feel scared to ask.
I didn't even think about it whatsoever. I'm redoing my profile picture.
It's not that birthday... Well, actually, no. Let's talk about this. Because birthdays are an abstract concept. Actually, wait. Before we go on any further, it's been an amount of minutes. It's been like 10 minutes. We didn't do the intro. You gotta do it with me, okay? Because you're my guest.
Dang,
alright?
I was hoping you'd forget.
Nah, I never forget. See? That's not an abstract concept. That's a tangible, real thing. Okay. 3, 2, 1. You gotta say it. There you go. Woo! Clap, 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 clap. I'm clapping behind my mic, but I think it can pick it up. Anyhow. Yeah. Woo. It's a good occasion. But yeah, birthdays are abstract concepts. I mean, if you think about it. Okay, yeah, sure. It is the day that we are born, and that enough is real. That's a real thing. However, after the first one, it doesn't really... I mean, it does matter. You're like hallmarking your age, and at certain points in life, you will get more things that you are able to do. Such as, you know, like driving, drinking, operating heavy machinery, the 3 important things that come with adulthood.
Very important one.
yeah. You can drive a forklift when you're 18. At least in America, I don't know.
You can drive a tractor here. I think it's when you're 15.
That makes sense to me, actually.
But
I don't know.
You can't drive a car. No, you can not on field. You can just drive a tractor.
Okay, well the thing is, you don't drive a tractor on the highway, right?
Oh, you can.
You can?
You can.
I didn't know that.
I find it hilarious.
Okay, so you're on the highway. You have a Honda Civic, a tractor, and a horse and buggy, because we have the Amish are also there. I think that's a great picture. I mean, I guess they've never thought about, like, NASCAR or whatever, just in the wild. But I mean, it doesn't seem that crazy to me, right? Can Formula cars... This is a weird question. Can they drive at a normal speed?
I believe so.
I've never thought about it. Like, I think they can.
I would really hope they can drive at a normal speed.
yeah. What do you... Wait,
imagine just zooming to the start line at 200 miles per hour.
Yeah, it sounds dangerous. What do you mean one of those toy cars? What do you mean by that? Will men and women want me more if I get my forklift certification?
Yes.
Yes, but it depends on what kind of crowd you're looking for. I think generally speaking, the pool, it will definitely go up.
I will take anyone who has that certification.
You're gonna put them to work on your farm? On your content farm.
I just want to go joyriding.
Fair enough. I mean, I feel like you could just soup up, like, I don't know, a golf cart or something. You'd have the same effect. No, it's definitely not the same effect. But it feels easier. Cheaper. You don't need a license for a golf cart. I feel like there are always so many people vying for Connor's affection and attention 24/7. It's honestly kind of alarming. Like, you don't understand. Connor, I remember you were doing your little work stream just a bit ago, and you're like, why are so many people watching me do work? That's so weird. But you have some of the highest appeal in IL, and I want you to think about that.
I'm not sure you understand. I thought there was like 2-3 people. I thought it was just you, Moogie, Kuro, and Jim.
No.
And then I pulled up my Twitch. There was just like 10 viewers there. I was like, what the fuck? Why
yeah, and that was like the average.
Do my job?
Yeah, I know, you don't understand. One, you're doing your job, right? But that is hot goss. People love hot goss. That's why I was there. I love hot goss, and I'm in it, you know? So that should say something. What server? Oh wait, Infinite Life server? What is this? In like oh, here. Oh, really? Wait, no, surely not. You can't take that on the highway. There's no, right? You have to have like some kind of licensed vehicle. I don't know how cars. I don't even know how to drive. I don't know how this works. But...
Yeah, you can take it.
Why do we even have laws? This is what I don't understand.
To be broken. I've got. At this point, I do think it's strapped to be broken.
What's the point anymore? Why do I even need a license? Oh, oh my god, what? What is this article? Why is it in the UK? Max speed of 22 miles per hour. Look. I think this is just... This is a sign that I shouldn't be driving. I think this is a sign that
on the road.
The more people shouldn't be driving. Okay, well here's the difference. That's specifically America. And I guess in some cases, I guess Texas. But,
Yeah, without the hat, whatever.
What you looking for?
No, I was just thinking on how without the hands, my profile picture kind of just looks meh.
If it helps, I always thought that it looked meh.
I cried.
Oh, we always have such fun here at Loppy Incorporated. That's what it's called now. Also, I realized, I messed up my little wordplay on the title. This stream is titled "A Lop in a Step," like a skip in a step, but like a hop in a step. So there's some. It takes a bit to get there, right? But it's not actually a skip and a step. It's a skip in my step. So I messed that one up. That's on me. The stream's ruined now. So sorry.
How could you?
What? I didn't type anything. Oh no, I did. It just took a second. I was telling Connor about this before stream started, but I have a really fucked up mic kind of setup right now. Oh. Okay. Yes, thank you. The eyes are very blue, and I think the little goatee sort of portion is the highlight. But aside from that,
I really need to update this. I made it when I was just starting to get facial hair.
I mean, now though, you have like a full head of hair. Even if it is gray, you have a lot of it. And you know, that's important too. You stopped graying, but now you're subjecting yourself to these constant coffee migraines. Not even coffee migraines.
I've been
cola
subjecting
migraines.
them. I've been subjecting myself to them for like, I want to say 2 years at this point.
You know, that's a very interesting timeline. It all started 2 years ago. You know, I think that's where all my problems started as well. But yeah, I have a really fucked up microphone setup right now. I'm not doing the cuppy hands. I can't sustain that, I think, for this long. But I basically, for Christmas, I don't think I showed anything off that I got for Christmas, but it was a fun time. I went to a friend's place, we exchanged gifts, we played some Mario Party, and I got far too invested in shaking things out of virtual jars. It didn't go too well. But one of the gifts I got was a figure. It was of Miku. It was a Project Sakai Miku. It was the Vivid Bat Squad one, because that is my favorite. And I kept the box because I'm a bit of a hoarder, especially boxes. I just got rid of a bunch recently, though, so I'm doing better on that front. I kept this one because, I don't know, it was a nice long box. And I felt like it just might come in handy. And I was right. Because it is the perfect height to... Not in case, what's the word? To, I don't know, prop up my mic. So that it is 0 centimeters away from my face. And so I can just have the gain really low. And this is honestly the best I can come up with. There's nothing else I can do. At this point in time. That is the effect. That is the Loppy effect.
Tolerance.
So you have to... Because that's the thing too. I am fully awake. It's kind of like a state of being, really. Because in a way, you are human, I'm assuming. You're human And you are also any other identifier. I don't know, Connor. You're human, and you are also
Probably short.
short. Are you a short guy? I thought you were taller.
I just assume most people are short at this point.
Oh, okay. We're assuming.
I mean,
okay, yeah. Okay, so yes, the Loppler. Actually, I was thinking about that. I remember I learned about that in my weirdly enough, it was geology. I don't know why. I guess we were talking about space or something. But yeah, let's say chat as a whole is human and short. Those are two modes of things that you are. Two, not states. Not that they can necessarily change. But those are two aspects of your existence. So you can be, what I'm trying to say is, you can be yawning 0.7 seconds a minute. And you can be fully awake at the same time. I really didn't know where that was gonna... Well, I didn't know where that was gonna end up, but I didn't know what step 2 and 3 was. I only know what step 1 was. I said... The first thing I said was human, and I didn't know where I was going after that. Yes, yes, yes. See, it's not like... It's not something that you turn on or off. That being said, I tend to yawn more when I do talk more. Which lends itself really well to this sort of thing, as you can imagine.
Maybe it's because you're expelling so much air.
I think so. Honestly, it might even get trapped in my throat a little. Because sometimes I have a yawn where I have like a little croak after. And it's just the air in my throat being trapped in there. And I'm kind of embarrassed about it. I haven't done it in a long time, actually. So maybe I'm like, I don't know, managing my air better? Maybe it's the humidifier. I haven't actually used the humidifier in a while because I haven't properly cleaned it and I don't want to die. That being said, I actually haven't gotten sick all winter. And I'm really... I shouldn't say proud of myself. I didn't do anything different. I'm really impressed, I guess. Just fall asleep. And then keep your device on while you fall asleep. Stay here. But yeah, I didn't get sick all winter. And I guess I'm jinxing myself. But to be honest, I don't think I am going to. Usually, you know, if I'm gonna get sick at all, it's around this time of year. Just like a couple of colds. Nothing like too severe. I usually have a pretty strong immune system. So I fight off most of the worst bugs and whatnot. I just have like a short, hard hitting colds. And I might maybe lose my voice for a little bit. But usually, it's always on a weekend. And as soon as Monday rolls around, I get better. And it's honestly kind of annoying. It was really annoying.
You're not allowed to be sick during the week.
Yeah. Anytime it's like a business day, I get better. And it's the worst thing. It was really annoying when I was in school. Like, elementary school or whatnot. Or primary schooling, whatever. And I only did this like once or twice. Because I was like super afraid of like lying and getting caught as a kid, right? But you know, every once in a while. Once or twice. Once or twice. Not every once in a while. That's misleading. That's misleading. I would like, you know, have the hair dryer. And I'd like blow it on my forehead. So like my forehead would be hot. And then I asked my parents to check my forehead. And I'm sick, you know? Although the threat that my parents always used was, if you're that sick, do you want to go to the hospital then? And I was like deathly afraid of the hospital. So that wouldn't usually snap me out of it for playing sick for too long. But I could get maybe a day out of it.
I mean, my parents used to make the same threat, but I was very much like, yeah, we'll go.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, no, I was a pretty healthy kid, so it would not happen too often. Sometimes you just don't wanna go to school, and sometimes you type on wrong and then you have to do it again until the bot breaks. I think it'll probably break again this stream. That seems to be the sort of through line. Not a running gag. It's not intentional. But if I were Yawnbot, it would be intentional. I couldn't deal with this anymore.
You make Yawnbot give up on life.
I really do. I really do. It's reset, like, since we started this channel, or started streaming on this channel, it's died like 4 or 5 times, or like reset. It's died more than that, but it's reset like 4 or 5 times. So the amount of yawns is just completely inconsistent. If you count up all the yawns from the inception of this channel, and it does include some Derik's yawns too, I think, honestly, okay, I won't say over 1,000. I'll say over 500. I think that's conservative. When is it Ouija time? That would be around... Well, I think the best time to have Ouija time is the witching hour. But we usually get too eepy around then. So, I think it would be... Actually, I do have a summoning circle. It should be in my... I think I have it in my images.
Who are we summoning?
Oh, no, it's not there. I think I DM'd it to myself. I made a summoning circle recently for a character in a game that didn't have one. It was a playable character, I think, not just summon. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about all the things that I got into while I was gone, because honestly, there was quite a bit. Oh, I've messaged myself so much. Oh, where is it? To be fair, my father, so it's technically my stepfather. My stepfather is a witch, so. Okay, where are we? Was I? Oh yeah. Looking for my summoning circle. Did I send it in? I'm on the wrong account, that's why. Yeah, it really is. Okay, here's what I'll do. I will get my phone. I'm gonna send it to myself. Speaking of gacha games, I had to delete all my things on my phone. Not all of them. I had to delete. I had 10,000 pictures and I had to delete 11,000 of them. So it was real.
How could you do that to poor pictures?
Okay, well here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. So one of the games that I got into in the year 2024, so very recently, was an 18+ game. And I only regularly play one other 18+ game before that. So in the year 2024, I had a 100% increase in the amount of 18+ games I play. So I play 2 right now. Okay? And one of them just dropped a 17+ version, so slightly more censored, on the App Store. It was already on Google Play Store, but you can't have that stuff on the App Store, so they like censored it a little bit, you know? And I downloaded it to see what was going on. It turned out I had the same server, so there's not really a point in me having another account unless I just want to re-roll again. Yeah, 18+ is nudity. 17+ is implied. Heavily implied. However, I was downloading...
Isn't 17 plus just removing things like nipples and just making smooth skin?
I think nipples is fine. You just can't have genitals. And... So yeah, they had to...
I played a game recently. I think it was 15 plus, and they just smoothed everything so that...
Well, yeah, only 16-year-olds can know that nipples exist, you know what I mean?
Yes, before 16, you're not allowed to know about nipples.
Yeah. Okay.
They're too erotic for 16-year-olds.
It's like a dress code in school, you know. You can't have spaghetti straps because you can't, you know, have kids know that shoulders exist. Okay, Connor sent me his own special summoning circle, so we're gonna be summoning chat. So you better show up within like the next 2 hours. Otherwise, this whole thing, it's not gonna be worth it. It will have failed, and also we'll die, both of us. And the sacrifice will be for nothing. But anyhow, I was looking at my phone and my 64 gigs of storage. I have a bit of an old phone and doesn't have the most space. I used to play Genshin on this thing, if you can believe it. All the way up until Inazuma, which is really crazy to think about. What is this? I think this is an 8. This is an iPhone 8. Pretty small in my hand. But I got small hands, so it works out. So the games that I play currently on my phone that take up a lot of space is OnStars, Project Sakai, Tears of Themis, and OnStars, but in Japanese, right? And so at the time, the thing that took up the most space on my phone was JP Stars, and I played it since it came out, and it was like 8G, almost 9G. And I finally figured out how to get rid of, how to like actually clear my cache in OnStars, because it's not the most intuitive. Because you have to go to a little panel called Download All, and despite what it says, you can choose to undownload all. So I did that, and I cleared up like 5 gigs. It was crazy. Did the same thing with EN, cleared up 1. So now the biggest thing on my phone is Tears of Themis, which I cleared the cache for, and it became bigger actually. So I don't know what happened there. But so the biggest thing I had was OnStars. And so this unnamed game, this unnamed 17 plus game, it just like dropped recently, so I think you'll be able to find it no problem. I think I've talked about it before too. But it took up like almost as much space as JP Stars. And that's like OnStars, it has like 3D models and stuff, and it's got like this real-time rendering and all these different voice clips and like different recordings too of the like anniversary songs, all those things, right? So this 17 plus game, it was just massive. And you know, it does make sense because it's full of live 2D, and it did take out a lot of the live 2D scenes and all that, you know. But oh my god, I couldn't. I just couldn't comprehend the amount of... Thanks, Kara. I yawned just in time for that second one. Yeah, it's just... lewdness takes a lot of space is what I realized. Like 1/4 of my phone, which I could not justify, so I did delete it. But I do have my main account, and I got a lot of stuff on my main account. So, you know, I'm pretty happy about it. Especially since I'm still F2P, and I think I'll always be F2P in that game, because I can't justify... I can't justify spending money on this 18 plus game, even though I do like it a lot. I just... I would generally prefer to get like groceries and stuff.
Nope,
I don't
Connor's
know, is it-
alive.
Okay, good. So that means the summoning is working. It's doing just fine.
I'm just phoning Lucy to wake her up or something.
Oh, tell her I said hi.
I think she has declined my call.
Well, at least she's awake. See, you're not paying her enough in coke.
No, I think it might have something to do with it being 3 a.m.
That is true. That is another aspect of it. The time, space-ness of it all. But yeah, that was one of the things that I got into recently. The other thing is also a gacha game, and it is Grand Blue Fantasy. I got into Grand Blue Fantasy. Do you know what that is?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I believe it did have an anime. I watched like 6 episodes of before I dropped it.
Yeah, well, I actually haven't seen the anime. Yeah, an adaptation. I think it's just like the first part of the story, anyhow. And it like really gets into it like 60 chapters in. Or that sort of thing. I should spend my life savings on Blue Archive. Does Grand Blue Fantasy work? It's got blue in there. It's gacha game. Not close enough? I've already dropped an unholy amount of Project Sakai in the past. Her birthday scouts, which honestly, not worth, but I did it anyways. Yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy, it's coming up on its 10th anniversary soon, I'm pretty sure. So it's I'm I'm only twice as old as it. It's weird to think about. Though I guess Love Live is, as a franchise, the whole thing is technically older. It's also quite strange to think about. And I won't get into the news about Civ 2 yet, because boy, I have thoughts on that. But yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy has a bunch of collabs with just about everything. They just wrapped up their My Hero collab, which was fun. They always make the nicest art for other franchises and stuff too. Like for One Piece, if you like look up, you know, like One Piece videos on YouTube, they always use art from that specific collab actually. It had a fighting game recently. I think it's like, I don't know, like a reboot or something. And it's by, what is it? Arc Systems? It's the one that made Guilty Gear Strive, right? Yeah. So, you know, it's that like 3D, 2D kind of style. And it has both technical inputs and simple inputs, so its whole thing is that it's like more beginner friendly, you know? Which is nice because it has a free version that you can play online in and stuff. It's got limited characters. I think the roster who you're able to play might change daily in the free version, I think. Don't quote me on that. That's just from what I saw for like 2 days of playing it. I'm not a fighting game person. But I thought it was very interesting. Oh, bye, Kuro. Thank you so much for handling that. It was a lot of yawns I threw at you. Good luck on your paper. Bye-bye. But, yeah, I think one day, I was scrolling through YouTube, and I saw a video of this one character interacting with the whole roster. And I just like character interactions. I don't know, something about it appealed to me. And then that was the start of it, and I got sucked in to all the different characters. And I saw that the original game was a gacha game, so I was like, okay, I'll try that out. I like gacha games. I sure do love mobile transactions, you know? Well, I am FTP in most things. I just like seeing how far I can push things and how far I can get, you know, without money, you know? It's kind of like its own challenge. And I guess, well, it is a predatory thing. But I guess I'm a good prey. I don't know. But I also saw that it was a browser game. So I was like, oh, easy. I don't even have to take any space on my phone. I don't have to download like a third party whatever. I do have a Japanese Apple ID, but it's just easier if I can just come and go when I want. And that was the start of it. And I can't get out now. It's got a grip on me. I'm obsessed with the angels. I'm trying to read through this story slowly. It's a game that is extremely grindy, and from what I can tell, you do not play it for fun. After browsing Reddit, that is the conclusion I've made. You don't play Grand Blue because you're looking for a fun time. You play it because you don't have a life and you're willing to give up what life you have for Grand Blue Fantasy. And I was like, you know, that suits me perfectly. So I got really into lore. And I haven't actually made it to that point in the story yet in the game. I'm looking forward to it. Because I've seen some breakdowns. And I'm just so obsessed with some of these characters already. And I'm not sure how this happened. But I have several acrylic stands on my shelf. They're very tiny ones. They're like from the 5th anniversary. They were super cheap. I thought it was such a steal because they all come in a little set. And I was like, that's perfect. I just got them. They're super nice. My favorite character is Belial, which should, if you know anything about it, it should really explain a lot considering what I just talked about before this. No comment. No comment on that. Don't, if you put those two things together, don't talk to me. I'm too embarrassed, okay? So if you understand, then you know. And we don't have to talk about it any more than
I will
that.
pretend I do not understand.
Wait, do you understand?
Who knows?
Wait, no, do you actually? Wait, no, do you actually? I'm gonna be so embarrassed. But you should tell me.
I'm under orders to tell you I don't understand.
Okay, but the thing is, I'd rather be, I don't like to be in the dark. So I'd rather be knowledgeable and embarrassed and live with that for the rest of my life than be ignorant and unnerved.
Okay, I don't understand.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's everything. You're not lying to me, are you?
I would never.
Did you really wash your hands when you left at 3 minutes and then you came back at 2 minutes?
I will never lie about washing my hands.
You left at 2:53 and you came back at like 1:44 maybe?
2:06.
On the countdown.
Yeah, but oh right, yes, I have a delayed countdown, don't I?
Yes.
Yeah, who knows?
No. Oh, that's the worst thing. I'm typing now with a scrunchie around my hand. I don't know how it got there. Usually I have something that I am messing around with. Well, I do these to keep me a little focused. I don't. That's I hit caps lock. Usually I have my little butterfly. I don't know if you'll be able to hear the pops if I do it. Maybe if I do it close enough. Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the good stuff. Okay, I'll put it down. I'm not gonna pop in front of you. Right now, I do have a scrunchie.
Have you ever thought about just getting a hotkey for yawns?
There was a virus.
Okay, yes, there was Derek's virus, but have you ever thought about just making a key binding that when you press it, it taps into whatever browser you use, types yawn, and then taps back into what you were doing?
You know, that's the problem with you, Connor. That's your goddamn issue. Is that you think you can just put in a hotkey and you can just make it do what you want, and then it'll do what you want, and then everything will be perfect and hunky dory.
You don't just have a second programmable keyboard?
You didn't see, but I threw my scrunchie onto my glass mouse pad. I barely have this one.
Just program something like F12 or... I mean, what does F12 do?
Nothing right now, because I don't have any hotkeys right now, because I had to reset all my stuff. Did I tell you about that, by the way?
You implied it?
I had to wipe my PC a bit ago.
Alright, yes, I do remember.
Yeah, everything was gone, and I was really upset. And honestly, it took me a while to set up OBS stuff again. Not because it was like hard or whatever, but because it was so upsetting. Because I swear, I had to redo OBS stuff like 3 times last year, I swear. Or like from its normal state. The homework folder?
Yeah.
The what?
Alright, you're running some weird OBS, aren't you?
No? What do you mean? I'm running
I mean, custom... What's it? You don't just have everything in default positions. You've actually moved things around.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
I'm assuming you've moved things around?
Well, I mean, it's pretty simplified right now. Because, after we had to change, after we had to make new overlays for, like, you know, Loppy and Derik, you know, it was like a refresh, right? So that's all pretty simple. And the only... I don't know, the only, like, not default thing I have is my audio, my audio output capture, because I have a plugin for that. But it makes it a lot nicer. And I think that everyone should have it. Because if you just capture all your audio on one thing, that is a terrible, terrible curse. And I'm looking straight at someone.
I mean, what's up with having all of your audio on one singular capture?
Because you can't adjust the volume of one thing relative to another thing. It's all one thing. That's no good. Also,
I'm gonna send you what made Spectre cry when he saw how I did my audio.
Will I cry? Do I have
There's a
permission
chance.
to put it up on stream?
You do.
I'll put it right above your head. But speaking of, because I have different audio stuff, I'm listening to music right now, and you have no idea. Today's song is Cyberpunk Dead Boy by Mikey P. I can't wait for the full version to come out, and I'm very excited for all the projects full version, the new album. Okay. Connor. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay.
So you're supposed to do it, right?
Okay, image. Gonna upload this one. Yeah. And that's gonna go right above you, and that's a pin of shame. That's terrible. You playing an incremental game? I mean, I'm not judging. It sounded very judgmental when I just said it.
Stop judging me. I'll cry.
Like, I have a friend who's very into incremental games, and like I played a good couple as well.
what else am I supposed to do when I'm bored and I've got someone cool with me going on at me? Am I supposed to just
right now?
take notes or listen? No, actually, I've just got it running in the background at the moment.
That's the same thing. It's an incremental game. Ah, shame. To be fair, I feel like 2022 was a big cookie clicker year for me when I got back into cookie clicker, and it ruled over a certain part of my life. But then, I like didn't export my saves or whatever, and then I lost it, and it was a huge relief. I felt like I was finally free for the first time in a long time. But aside from that, Derek plays this.
I feel like Cookie Clicker took off in 2022, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone I know just started playing Cookie Clicker. It was terrifying.
Well, I don't remember how long ago it was that they put it on Steam. But yeah, it was a whole thing. It was also the time that I was getting into Sudoku for whatever reason. And it took me a lot longer to get into Minesweeper. And Minesweeper was a much more toxic era for me. It was honestly one of the worst things that could happen to me. Minesweeper.
I remember this era.
Yeah. I think it was before I had like my hand problems, but honestly, I think I'll blame Minesweeper for causing me pain. Not a chronic pain. It's not. It comes and it goes. It's semi gone now. It's threatening. It's on its way, but I'm okay right now. No, it really was. It really was. Because I remember I had my DPI super crazy back then, so I'd always misclick, and that was frustrating on its own. But then you'd actually get really close, and there'd be a point where there's like a 50-50. Like, you have to guess. There's no way that you can't. And if you get it wrong, well, then that's just your loss, right? So I'd be like, oh, I'll just do it again until, you know, I'll just do it one more time and I'll be done. I'll do it until I win. You know, it's always moving the goalpost, never being satisfied with yourself. That's what Minesweeper is. It was a really, really terrible time in my life when I was addicted to Minesweeper. And it was such an easy thing to fall into as well. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, you don't even do expert. You just, like, you bang out a quick game. But it's never really a quick game, is it? So yeah, that was an era I wouldn't like to return to. I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest. I played Minesweeper the other day, like, a couple of times. And I regret it.
Are you getting hooked on Minesweeper again?
I can't say I promise.
Do we need an intervention?
I remember back then when I quit, I was like, I'm never gonna play Minesweeper again. It's not good for me. I quit. And then, you know, time passed and I was like, look, is once in a while gonna hurt me? And every time back then I'd be like, yes, it would. And in the year 2024, I thought, you know, this is enough time and distance for me. Like, I can handle this. This is something that I can do. And I did it, and it felt good. But then I stopped, and it felt so bad. Legitimately. I was like, I can't do this again. This can't be a part of my life again. I already played gacha games.
Ban you from Minesweeper.
You're gonna, like, IP block me.
No Minesweeper privileges for Loppy.
Like, I can't do it on the website. I can't do the Google one. I can't do the smart Minesweeper or whatever it is called, the 14 games of Minesweeper that Derek has in his Steam account that we share. We don't share the Steam account. We do family sharing.
Or I could just get a supervisor for you who just monitors all your internet time, all of your PC time. Make sure you're not playing Minesweeper.
But what if
If you try
like?
to play Minesweeper, they'll slap your hand.
But if I download it and I'm disconnected to the internet,
That's exactly why you get a supervisor, just to stand behind you all the time.
to say a physical, you're gonna get my emergency contact number and you're gonna tell them go to Loppy's house and you're gonna stand there behind the chair. You know, lean over the chair. It's a tall chair. And you're gonna see she plays Minesweeper.
Yep. I'm gonna have them produce detailed reports on you trying to play Minesweeper.
That being said, did I forgot if I updated it or not, but I needed to update my emergency contact number because they had to change numbers. Did I do that?
Please could you update it?
Okay, yeah, I'll update it after the stream is over. And I'll remember that. And if I don't remember that, roll back the tape. Yeah, it was so sad, honestly, because they're like getting out of the car and they left their phone in the car, they realized. So they opened up the car and it wasn't there, and so they closed it and phone smashed. It was there. It was there. It was so sad.
Rest in peace, phone.
Yeah, that's such a horrible way to go. The whole thing, just top to bottom, all these tiny, not even cracks. It was like how a mirror would break in all the little shards. Like a whole spider web down. I was gonna say, speaking of spider web, did I talk about my Halloween stuff? But I most definitely did, because I was still around doing stuff around Christmas time. It was just, I haven't been here since like a little bit before New Year's. That was it. Yeah. We finished up, Derek and I, we finished up the first game in the Ace Attorney trilogy, and we were gonna move on to Doki Doki Literature Club. That was gonna be our next blinking. It was gonna be our next stream together.
So I'm guessing your voice acting the MC and Derek's voice acting the girls, right?
I was thinking about that, actually. I think that'd be really fun. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. Like,
I want to see Derek squirm with embarrassment, so please make it happen.
yeah,
We'll turn it down if I tell him to, but if you tell him to.
Yeah. Oh, and I can do like a little boy voice, because I can't do any other voice. I got my voice, and then I've got my voice, but there's a potato in my throat. That was honestly the best voice acting advice I've ever received. About
just put a potato in your throat?
Yeah, like a slightly like lower voice. Just you have to open up your whole throat. You have to wrench it open. That's what I learned. And looking back on those streams too, I realized that I really do only have the one voice. But it's kind of funnier that way. Because then you go back and I'm just like, I'm doing like a really bad Texan accent. And occasionally too, I'll try to do an accent that is not a British accent and not a Texan accent, and it always comes back to New York, but like someone who's never heard a New Yorker before in their entire lives. Someone's like imagination of what a New Yorker is if they lived in a sensory deprivation tank for their whole life. That's what it sounds like.
So you're imitating a New Yorker?
No, because I'm not trying to do a New Yorker. I'm just like trying to be like a, I don't know, like a big guy. What I think a big guy is. And it sounds like an everything bagel, basically. Yeah. You have to imagine there's a potato in your throat. A whole raw potato. So you can't swallow it either because it's raw. That's not good for you. I remember sometime last year. It was recently. Relatively recently. In my mind, everything that happened within the last 6 months actually happened within like the last 2 months. What does an everything bagel sound like? Well, I never voice acted Gumshoe, but think of me as Gumshoe from Phoenix Wright. That's what it sounds like. But yeah, my mom, she got a bunch of potatoes, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, sick. She's gonna make something with potatoes, like a stew or something, and I was like, that's gonna be great. And then the next day, she boils the potatoes, and she's like, hey, I boiled a bunch of potatoes, so if you get hungry, you can come down, and you can just get a fork, and you can eat a potato. And I was like, oh, fair enough. And I remember, I don't remember if I, like, said it on Twitter or somewhere, but I said, I'm gonna, like, eat a whole potato now. And Derek, he DM'd me saying, don't eat it raw, or something like that. He was concerned.
That sounds very Derek.
Of course, I'm not gonna eat a raw potato. I have limited knowledge and skills in the kitchen, in the place where we prepare and consume. Not consume, that's a dining room. Food. Well, actually, I do consume a lot of food in the kitchen, but...
Are you just claiming limited cooking skills?
Yes, but I know that you
Loppy,
don't.
can we traumatize Derek, please?
How so?
You try and instruct me on cooking something, so we take the worst of every world and we create a video and send it to Derek.
Okay, I'm gonna remind you of a moment that we had, the two of us together. I think it was when I had dyed hair. It was when my laptop still worked and I could take it to places. I took you to my kitchen, and I think I was asking you all, like, what should I eat or whatever. And I think you were, like, working on something. And I went over to my pantry and I was like, I don't actually have any ramen. I'm out for once. So I was like, okay, I got these noodles. They were, I don't remember what type they were. They were very thin and they were clear looking, very stringy. Some type of rice noodle.
Vaguely remembering this.
And I was like, okay, I got these noodles. What should I do with it? And I saw that there was also this, oh, was it? It was like this weird, like, pink, like, beef or pork dust. I can't remember exactly what it was. And you suggested that I use it with the noodles. Like, it would add flavoring to it or something. Like a ramen packet, like a seasoning packet would. I don't know what was going through our heads. But I took your advice, and that is precisely what I did. And it was an indescribable flavor. I mean, it was describably not good, but...
And this is exactly why we should collaborate on this.
Yeah.
I feel like it would traumatize Derek beyond belief.
I can't remember. Was I, like, sick then?
Did I make you sick with that?
No, I mean, like, before. Like, maybe I was trying to, like, wake up my senses or something. It was quite bad. I remember. Like, I literally could not finish it. I could not even get a fraction in it. I took, like, 2 bites, and I was like, I can't do this. I physically cannot do this. It didn't... I mean, it's safe to say, it did not go the way we planned. It was, like, fully pink before, and then when it was done, it didn't, like, integrate the way I thought it would, because I thought it would just dissolve, right? And it didn't quite do that, but it wasn't the same as it was before. I don't think I took a picture of it, and if I did, it's gone. No, it's in iCloud somewhere.
Lost to time.
I swear, it's so hard to like actually delete things nowadays. It's always around in some form or another. But anyhow, yeah, it was a really bad cooking experience all around. I feel like
I 200% want to cook something again.
Okay, what do you want to make?
Every time, no idea, but every time I've tried to make something, it's been a disaster. Anything with more advancement than a bacon sandwich.
Okay, well, what does your kitchen even look like? Because you've got a toilet in your closet, so I'm curious.
My kitchen's a pretty normal kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Do you have
it's
like?
Just bloody cold.
Oh, yeah. Do you have any like counter space?
I have a big ass table in the middle. I've got 2 very big counters. I've got a nice sink.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty big kitchen, actually.
Yeah, that sounds nice, actually.
It's actually a really bloody big house. The only reason it's cheap is because it's about to fall apart.
And you didn't have a toilet closet before. I guess that's literally a wash
I've
closet.
upgraded it.
Yeah. You got property value. Oh, I can't imagine what your landlord is gonna say when you move out. I don't think you're getting that deposit back.
I with no intention of getting the deposit back. I fully anticipated the house would have fallen down by now. It is that.
I mean, even without that, that's just kind of the reality nowadays.
I walked onto the second floor, like, second or third day into one of the rooms. And my foot went through the floor.
Oh, wow.
I now have a hole from the second floor to the first floor.
Oh, that's like a sitcom, but it's not funny because it's real life. That's terrible. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's see. What do you... I don't know, do you have anything in your fridge? Any staples? Are you like...
Right now my fridge is empty because there was an electrical problem.
Oh no. It's always you and your fridge. That's how we met, you know? Your fridge was broken.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And during the interview. That was so much fun.
I remember that.
I remember it like it was yesterday. Because...
Towards the end of the interview, just got a knock on my door. It's like, you guys know I'm busy, right? It's like, the fridge is dying. Help.
Yeah, for my interview, I was there longer than you were. Like a whole hour longer than...
I take no responsibility for that. Yeah, I'm not sure I've actually said that, but... Said this, but... I came back, I saw it was still going. It's like, I 100% know what's going on in this school. I'm just gonna leave it be.
You abandoned me then. Also,
yes, I did.
Hi Shark, thank you for popping in even though it was late. It is good to be around again. I'll try to stream earlier some other time. I don't know when that'll be.
3 a.m.
It's earlier in certain parts of the world, certainly. Oh, I don't think Yawnbot's getting that one. I should probably
streaming 3 a.m. EST.
I was about to say I kind of could, but nah. I think 2 a.m. is doable, but 3 a.m. is definitely a no-go. Because my brother will be awake, but my parents definitely won't. And at 3 a.m., that's like, nah, can't do that. So I've got very thin walls. And if I can hear every single word that everyone else says, everyone can hear what I say. And you know, I'm not particularly loud, but it's good to be polite.
I actually got traumatized a little with streaming here.
Oh?
So, I'm not... My voice carries through everything.
Mm-hmm.
and I was streaming. I think it was 2 weeks ago, roughly. And my roommate was outside the house, like properly outside, not just outside. They were on the street next to the house.
Oh.
They took out their phone, recorded, brought it to me, and you could hear me clearly from the bloody street.
Oh my god. Oh, that's
And I've just realized anyone walking past the house can hear me.
You're a terrible neighbor.
I know.
If I
Worst part is, this is my voice at a higher pitch. I can't bring it lower. I mean, I can't bring it any higher. This is as high as I can get it.
If I lived across the street from you, you'd be my worst enemy. I'm
moving in.
I'm someone too who, like, you know, even in my own house, I have to listen to everything with, like, earbuds and whatnot. And even if I'm not, it has to be at like extremely low volume so that I could only hear it if I put my ear up to it. I can't imagine being that loud and having everyone hear it. That's so embarrassing for me.
I hate it as well, but the problem isn't, it's not my volume, it's just how much bass my voice has.
You've got the theater kid kind of voice where you can project.
I don't want the theater kid voice.
I mean, I wouldn't either. That's not the kind of association I want. That being said, it would help me.
Voices.
Cause, I mean, yeah, we can do that for April Fools if you want.
Yeah, I want to have a cute anime girl voice.
Okay, I'll do my best. Oh, actually,
you can have this crappy theater kid voice.
The thing about my voice is, hear me out. It's high pitched, but it's actually kind of boyish. Like if you took a little boy and then you had like and then you put them up to like a more kind of like, I don't know, cutesy girlish pitch, but the qualities of it were the same, I think you'd get my voice. Does that make sense to you? I've been thinking about this recently, actually, because I was like, and I'm not saying this is like my perception of my, like when I hear it back in clips and whatnot, like recordings, I don't know. I feel like it's lacking like a distinctive like feature, almost. Like cutesy girl voices, and it is just my regular voice, so I'm not like trying to like play it up or whatever.
I cannot envision Loppy voice on anything but Loppy.
yeah, but I feel like, I don't know, because if I like tried to imitate like an anime character I like, who I feel like I have a pretty similar voice to, I don't know, it like, well, obviously it doesn't hit quite exactly the same because they have a different voice, but something's just like inherently off about it. And I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I can never get that like that really cute breathy soft kind of voice, which is surprising to me, because I mean, I guess I hadn't tried it before, but I actually did try it and I was like, you know, that's not right. That's not how that goes.
I mean, we could just try uwu voices. Maybe that works.
I mean, is there a huge difference though?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's I can't go too much in either direction. It can only be exactly this way. That's why I can't do too many voices for anything. Like, again, I listened back to some of the stuff I did for visual novels, and I was in my head I was like, oh yeah, this is completely different. But then I heard it and I was like, am I saying the line, or am I just riffing? Is this something that I'm saying as myself? I think it's all the yawnage. It makes me open up my throat like I have a potato in there. Oh, maybe we could do something with potatoes. Oh, that sounds like a hassle. Because they take so long to, like, you know, really get in there and cook. If we're gonna do something...
How long do potatoes take to cook?
To bake them.
Okay, how long do they take to bake?
Oh, really? Hold on, let me look it up. Let me reach around my mic to type this.
Bake a potato. Why is there a UK option for this? Why is it how long to bake a potato in the UK? Why? It's the same everywhere.
You just make potatoes different there. To be fair, we make eggs different, or we treat them different.
Yeah, it looks to be about an hour.
Yeah, like an hour, which is long for me. For like the actual being in the oven part, because I take super long.
It can be engaging content-wise for an hour while we bake a potato, right?
Well, we can. I'm just saying, I hate waiting. I'm impatient. Maybe that's my big
so am
problem. I think I would have significantly less problems with... No, that's a lie. I was gonna say I'd have significantly less problems with streaming if I were more patient, but that's a complete lie. I'm feeding you lies and nonsense.
I will cry. You've lied to me so much, Loppy. You're making tears roll down my cheek.
That was the goal all along, and that's what I need for the summoning.
Yeah, I was gonna draw part 2 to that summoning circle, but I gave up.
Oh, did you make this?
Yes!
Oh! Why is it called Ketchup Summoning Circle? I was wondering about that, like the file name.
It was red.
Okay. What am I, a plum bunny?
Robotic, you'll make me cry with using my name wrong like that.
I think it's
Spelling
easy
it wrong.
to make
How
Connor
could you?
cry. I do it every day. First, we have a little boxing session in which I'm the only one who's wearing protective gear, and we don't actually box. I just fully deck him to the face, and he blacks out. Then he wakes up, and he's got a black eye, and then he has to cry because of how painful it is. Because I don't let him...
I don't think I've actually cried due to pain for...
Not yet. Don't tempt me with a good time.
I mean, if you can make me cry due to pain, go for it.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have actually... Well, I'm not 100% certain on that. I wouldn't die on that hill. If, like, a Saw-like figure came down and said, if you've ever... this isn't potato time. If you've ever cried to pain, and that is true, then, you know, step forward and blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't stake my life on it. But I don't think I've cried to pain. I've cried to many, many things. You know, I've probably cried thinking about how bees die after stinging you. The little honey worker bees, the little basic ones. Well, I just call them basic, so maybe there's not that much empathy there. But I've cried to things like that. Very, very common, simple things.
So I actually... When I found out bees died when they stung you, I didn't believe it at first.
Did you, like...
I got in an argument about it. Saying, no, they don't. I then went out and let a bee sting me to prove my point. The bee died.
Yeah, that's what happened. Did you go back to that person after?
Oh no, I still stuck by it. I was a stubborn kid.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, but
Despite
how old were
witnessing
you?
it, I refused. I think I was like 4 or 5.
Okay, that's fair. Because my thing is that even if I know, okay, my problem is I'll get into a silly argument. Usually it's something unimportant, right? About like, this thing is actually this way and you're wrong. And then I realize in the middle of that conversation that I'm the one that's wrong, but I don't back down. Cause there's like a social kind of balance, right? In which it's points away from me if I get embarrassed. But if I remain ignorant, then it's like they're embarrassed for me, but I'm not embarrassed for myself. Does that make sense? So if I just pretend that I'm right, then I can end this conversation shortly after, and then I'll never have to think about it again. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Because that's my #1 thing, is that I cannot be embarrassed because I will think about it for the rest of my life. And I can't have that weighing on me. So I cannot admit in the middle of that conversation in which I was so heated up that I was wrong. Because it's like, well, all that energy was for nothing. And again, it's usually for something unimportant. Just like, probably fandom related. Like, did this thing happen to this character or whatever? Like, is this a canon thing?
Robotic, you've kind of got me there, but if I realize I'm wrong, I will sometimes try and gaslight the other person to believe that they have my point.
See?
I'll try and exchange argument spots.
That's not the right command. You know, in a way, what you're doing is worse. Because I have shame. Because I'll try to end the interaction at least and go away and then never talk to that person again. Or at least a couple of weeks.
And I gotta make the other person feel like the fool.
Yeah. See, that's your toxic trait. That's not mine. We should get into an argument at some point in which we are both wrong, but neither of us can admit it. And it should be while the baked potatoes in the oven. And then we like get so heated up that we just don't talk to each other until the baked potatoes done. And then it comes out and then we have to like put toppings on it or decorate or whatever. And it's like there's a weird unresolved tension between us. And then full circle, we get the boxing gear. Except I'm the only one wearing the boxing gear. Smack you in the face, and then you get a black eye, but you don't cry, because you don't cry from the... Did you not cry when the bee stung you as a 4 or 5-year-old?
I don't know. I feel like that might have been more, though, trying to hold back tears rather than...
Oh yeah, because you were in the middle of proving your point. You had to observe the bee death, or the lack thereof, which you thought would happen, but then it didn't happen. That's such a sad thing. I mean, I have a very vivid memory of the one time I got stung by a bee. But I wasn't focused so much on the bee's death. I didn't know that was a thing till later. I legitimately think it was around Bee Movie when I learned that. I was a kid when it came out. I think I saw it on a plane, of all things. But anyhow, I was at my little cousin's birthday party, and he's like, well, about like 4 years younger than me. So I must have been around like 9 or something. So he's like 5-ish. And we were like playing tag on his porch or whatever, and I guess there's a beehive. A bee's hive? It's a beehive. Beeswax beehive. A singular hive of a bee. And I guess they were threatened by all that commotion, because they stung him in the leg, and they stung me directly on my scalp. And that was really not nice. But I was more concerned for my cousin because he's a little baby, so he's just crying the whole time. So I was like, oh man, this really sucks. But he's probably having a worse time than me. And it was one of those really like hazy summery memories where all you can really remember is like the light and the feeling and sometimes the sounds. I'm not really a smell person. I don't really remember lots of smells. I'm not actually good with smells. I can't really smell something or like recognize a smell unless it's right in front of my face.
You too?
Yeah! Oh my god, is this something we have?
My nose is bloody useless.
Yeah. And even like if I smell a smell, I'm like, I can't recognize what that is. Even if it's something that like I do know in there, it's just like I don't know what this is. It's like when you have when you try to remember something but you don't quite have it, that's what the smell is like for me. My smell
You're like level up from me.
Oh really?
It's not my smell memory which is busted. It is my smell.
I mean, yeah, it is for me too. It depends because there's well, I don't know, it has to be real. It has to be real contained in there if I'm gonna smell it, right? So like I remember one time my brother was recreationally using drugs, right? And I smelled something when I came in the door.
We're entering a dangerous topic.
Recreationally using recreational things. I mean, it's legal here. I'm not endorsing.
Oh, I thought you meant the.
No. It's just sweet. I think that's perfectly fine to say.
Yeah, probably.
It's been legal for a bit now. Canada doesn't have a problem with it. Right there. But anyhow, I came in the door and I was like, oh my god, what is that? That is a terrible smell. I have no idea what that is. And my brother, he texted me, how bad is it? And I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty rank. You gotta work on that. And then he got some candles. And he was like, how is it now? And he's like, it's probably fine. Like, instead of smelling it from downstairs, I just smelled it from across the hall. So, I guess those candles helped. The holiday cheer. Or whatever it is. I have, like, 2 Christmas candles. But I'm afraid of fire, so I can't really use the candles. I can't use lighters.
Loppies.
I can only use the lighters, that have the long thing at the end, so the flame's far away from your hand. I'm scared of fire. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm learning. You have a lot of fears.
I got an electric stove. Yeah, I was telling Connor about this earlier, but I gained a fear over the summer of fireworks, but only if I can't see them. I don't know if it's like this where other people live. I feel like it is a thing. It's like one of those things that no one talks about, or at least in certain places. But
your neighbors just decide to set off fireworks in the dead of night
just
and annoy the fuck out of you.
Yeah, just like fireworks all year round, just whenever the fuck. Sometimes I like look up like, is it a holiday today? And it usually isn't. But yeah, they just.
I mean, to be fair, I complain about it, but at the same time, I fully know if I get bored, I'm liable to do the same thing.
You see, that couldn't be me, because I'm scared of. Oh, I guess it's not quite fire, but it's kind of worse in a way. But it is pretty though. Yeah, if someone's randomly setting off fireworks, that'll set me off. But although for this 4th of July, it wasn't too bad. Because I really thought there would be more, but they got tuckered out pretty quickly. I guess I don't know why. That was the limit after setting them off all year. But yeah, sometime before that, I developed this fear And the next time that I actually saw fireworks, it was fine. It was pretty nice, actually. I don't think I took a video then. It was pretty nice. I think my mom may have taken a video. She was with me then. We were in Canada, and that was also around the summer. I think it was no. It was after the 4th of July. It was just fireworks for fun, I guess. But it was like an actual showing. Some people were gathered. There were lots of kids who had to like turn in early because it was their bedtime or whatever. So then there's like half the people there who could stay past 10. It was pretty short, but it was nice. Yeah, generally speaking, I mean, most of my fears, aside from spiders, which a lot of people have,
I love spiders.
I know you do. I know you do, buddy. You're a freaky little guy, aren't you? I'm not saying that you're a freak of spiders. I'm saying that Connor's a freak. I had an ex-girlfriend who had a tarantula. That was fun. I explicitly asked her not to send me pictures. But, yeah. What was his name? It was like Mr. Cuddle Buns or Mr. Fluffy something. You know. I feel like people with pets like that, they love that sort of dichotomy. And I get it. I do too.
As a little kid, I used to collect house spiders and try and keep them as pets.
I can vividly see that. Yeah, that sounds like you for sure.
I named them all Bobby. Bobby the first, Bobby the second, Bobby the third. We got all the way up to Bobby the 14th.
No, not the 14th. I'm assuming you couldn't keep them trapped in their little containers and they just scurried off, yeah?
Oh, actually, no, I kept them pretty well.
Oh, you actually like fed them and stuff? And they like survived?
Yeah. Yeah.
How long?
Varied. The first one, like 2 weeks. The latter ones lasted for, I think I had one for about a year and a bit.
That's a lot longer than I expected. What did you feed them?
Whatever I could.
Okay, that's fair. Kind of more.
It varied from actual flies to banana.
Okay, I see. I see you've updated the summoning circle. Shall I add it?
Oh, I've just been updating it whenever we've talked about something new.
Yeah, here. Let me get this sorted. So we can be completely up to date on what's going on in the stream. A nice little recap.
We don't have a spider-related talent.
What'd you say?
We don't have a spider-related talent for me to use.
Yeah, we do not, but we did talk about bees. Hopefully she doesn't sting anybody and die. That would be extremely tragic. Although when you have it around like this, it makes me think, what are we trying to summon again? I thought we were summoning chat and that's why it's over chat. Or maybe is chat also a sacrifice?
I mean, I haven't figured out what I was going to put in Santa yet.
Okay, well we can decide by the end of stream. I haven't been.
No, I probably shouldn't put that. Let's not put a hyper-realistic spider onto the.
Don't do that.
Stuff.
Don't, for me, don't do that at least. Don't do that. Don't even put a cartoony spider. Not even the one from what's it? Super Auto Pets. Yeah, no, don't do that. We're not trying to summon the big one. I am quite impressed with your spider keeping abilities. I mean, I don't really know how long they live for, but I mean, for a kid, that's pretty good. I'm not so good at keeping things alive, specifically plants. I'm not a pet killer. One, because I didn't really have pets. 2, I would not be able to live with myself. 3, we're not counting the fish and the thing that happened with the fish. We're not counting that.
What did you do to the fish, Loppy?
It wasn't my fault, cause someone who was well older than me, who should have known better, dropped like 20 fish on my door one day and was like, "You have to take care of these now." And I was like, "Okay," and I was like, "I'll just put them in a bowl," because I didn't know how to take care of fish, because they need to breathe, and I didn't realize that because they were fish and I was a child.
Loppy, how could you suffocate the fish?
And like I fed them and stuff, and I was like, "This is getting real murky." So I took them out and I cleaned it up, and many of them did not make it after the cleaning, and I did not realize why till many years later. And I learned the basics of what fish need. But it was really harrowing because they honestly just... The ones that made it, they lived for far longer than I thought they were going to live. And one of the reasons for that is because they ate the rest of the bodies. And it was really horrifying, to be honest. And I have many regrets from that time. I was a child, but I committed fish acts of like violence, like war crimes against the fish, and I feel like I really need to make up for that in my adulthood. Not yet, because I'd want to do it right, and that'll take some time and money. But yeah, I would like to apologize to the fish, all the fish, from that time. Yeah. Thank you. I'm sorry. It was not a good tale. Yeah, that's the thing. Don't give 20 fish to a kid. You know, it's like, don't give a cookie to a mouse. Same sort of deal. Things will spiral out of control. It's a slippery slope. Yeah, I mean, it's like, because at that point, I was really just waiting for them to die. Because no one helped me either. Like, my parents owned fish before, and they were kept in like a nice big tank, and it was like all properly cycled and all those things. Like, they actually knew how to keep fish alive, or at least my dad did, because he had the fish for a while. But no one helped me. And I was like, why am I expected to take care of all these fish? Like, there's a lot of fish. And I just had a big bowl, and that is not a suitable environment for even one fish. But no one told me. I didn't know. Yeah, it was really tragic. It was really... I looked at it and I was like, I can't look at this anymore. Not a good time. Oh, regarding the naming, because I couldn't name any of the fish because they were gonna die, right? Like it was a matter of time. But like I didn't know what killed them at first. I didn't figure that out till a lot later. But regarding naming schemes, on a lighter note, my sister, she owned a lot of hamsters, and they were usually named Fatso. You know, yeah, Fatso 1, Fatso 2, Fatso 3. I thought it was kind of rude, to be honest. Like, the first Fatso was definitely a chubby little guy. But the second Fatso, the name did not suit him at all. So I was really wondering about that. I was like, oh, yeah, tradition, I guess. But yeah, it seemed kind of rude, to be honest. It's like, I don't know, if I... Not a son. I'd be too young. If I called my father Balding, you know, as like a cute little nickname, I don't know. Like, at some point, that's just personal, isn't it? And it's like, I don't know. If you had a full head, like Connor, you have a full head of hair. If I, again, as a nickname, I call you Balding, you know, maybe you'd think like, oh, is there actually something? Is there like a bald spot I can't see? It's just unnecessary. Connor, have you had any bald spots?
No. Actually, I do have this one spot in my beard, actually, which just won't grow.
Beard? What the heck?
Yeah.
Maybe it has
So,
to do...
you know how I've got my sideburns coming down?
Uh-huh.
And then I've got my goatee.
Mm.
There is a strip on either side of that goatee where hair does not grow.
Oh.
So it will never fully connect.
Is it
It's
like
painful.
a thing with your skin there? Or like the actual hair follicles?
I have no idea. I have no idea, but it's smooth as a baby's ass.
Oh, and it's like never grown like hair?
Never grown hair. Never.
Oh. Huh.
I cover it up with the length of my beard, so it kind of runs over it, but there's two very distinct bald spots in it. I hate it.
Okay, I've got to ask you. I've already asked you about washing your hands. How well do you take care of your beard? Got crumbs in there? You got last week's dinner?
Oh no, I mean I wash it when I shower, which is at least every other day, so...
So you shower every other day, but
Yeah.
you don't wash your hands?
I mean I shower every other day at minimum.
But you don't
Only a
wash your
daily
hands?
thing. With the amount I pee, I would spend hours washing my hand. I would have shriveled up hands because they would never be dry.
That means that you spend hours peeing.
Yes!
How many...
It's a fucking nightmare!
How many hours do you pee in a week?
The problem is, my bladder is non-existent. Yeah, I need to run to the toilet like every hour or so.
So how much Coke do you drink a week?
Normally a can a day.
Wow. Have you thought about that your migraine problem and your piss problem can be cut down a little bit with one solution?
I refuse.
Like you can schedule it with your showers. Like every other day, you have a can of Coke. That's what you're. And that way, you'll know what It's easier to know what day it is too. Like today's shower day, tomorrow's Coke day, next day after that, shower day again. You know. I'm telling you, routines that get you through life.
What's terrifying is actually my days are completely blended together at this point.
Exactly, that's what I'm telling you.
That the other day, yeah, I've been trying to actually stream myself once a day.
Mm-hmm.
I streamed, I then started working, and my phone went off for my next stream because I've been working for about 20 hours.
Ugh. That's nightmarish, good sir.
And they ask how I lose track of time.
So, at what point in between working, streaming, showering, drinking Coke, pissing for hours do you sleep?
That's a good question.
Oh my god.
It's genuinely shocking I fit sleep in.
I'm shocked too. Because I have much less going on. And I mean, I don't claim to have the same hours of sleep that you do. But it always ends up in a weird slot.
Oh, my sleep's always in a weird slot.
Oh, clearly. I mean, you're not operating in your time zone. Far from it.
I don't think I'm operating in a time zone.
Yeah.
It's just full stop.
I don't think time is a zone that exists to you.
Yeah, I think maybe if you increase a day up to something like 40 hours, you might actually find some semblance of a pattern.
Yeah. For me, I'm like the opposite. My days are 2 hours long, and that is it.
I want 2-hour days.
Because here's the thing. If there's a point that I am doing a specific task, if I go down to the kitchen and I make breakfast, that is not something that exists in time either. That is removed from time. You see what I'm saying? It's like these are not task-oriented days, because I don't do tasks very well. They're event-oriented days. So an event happens, and then any amount of time can be during that, and then the next event happens. And then
So if I'm
that is how the day moves.
understanding this, you're a conspiracy theorist who doesn't believe in time.
Time is an abstract concept to me. And, you know, I think it's big clock, you know? But yeah, for me, I wake up, and I suppose you could say it is time to do this. But if you think about it in time, then you're gonna be stuck. Like, oh, I didn't do that in this time. I can't do it now. Maybe that's just me, actually. I think the problem is me. Because I take so much time to do things that if I think about it in time, then I just won't do those things. You know what I mean? Like, if I live in very different dimensions. So if I go downstairs... oh, I'm fucking out of it. If I go downstairs, that is a different dimension. That is now the space that I am occupying. And these are completely different things that I do in this space than I do in that space up there, you know? So if I'm downstairs, it's business time. It's eating time. It's time. And I guess probably pacing, because I don't have room to pace in my room anymore, because there's Legos all over the floor. By the way, I started doing Lego. I've been making a flower basket, but I've accidentally knocked it over, like, 3 separate times, so now it's all shattered, and I have to start it again, and I'm really resenting that.
Hey, Loppy.
Yeah?
Funnily enough, I have a nightmarish quantity of Lego I'm trying to sell. Are you interested?
Is it like sets, or is it just loose?
Yep. Oh, both.
What kind of
all
sets
of the
you
above.
got? What kind of sets you got?
You name it, I probably do have it. I've got an ungodly quantity.
Oh my god. You know what? My little cousin's birthday won't be for a good while. Is there a holiday?
Easter?
Easter? I mean, his family's Christian. Maybe that can work.
I've got some collectible Lego Easter bunny thing.
Okay, I'll consider that as a gift for my darling little cousin who got stung by the bee that one time very badly. Oh well.
You love the Lego, I guarantee.
I mean, we all love
I am not just trying to get rid of it.
I mean, I would be interested in seeing what you have, but I don't have money. So you're gonna have to wait on that one. I mean, I am curious. I'll absolutely send pictures sometime.
I mean, right now it's all just in plastic boxes in the garage, so...
Right, you got your storage. Ba.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean... So I did inventory that Lego.
Mm-hmm.
And work out how much it was actually worth. And Jesus Christ.
Oh?
In total, there is 18 grand's worth of Lego just in my
That's
fucking
like
garage.
as if it was like new though, yeah?
Oh no, second hand.
No, surely not.
I'm not sure you understand the raw quantity of Lego. It's not on set value, it's on quantity.
I see.
There's
okay.
also some things to buff up the price. Things like the original Batcave.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not like that you can sell most of those things just for that.
Oh no, I could list
things,
them,
right?
but I doubt people would buy half of them.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too, you know, the value of things is only what people are willing to spend for, you know? Hi, Argent.
The value is dictated by how good of a seller you are.
Well, if you're trying to sell to an individual person, then it's about what they'll pay for it.
It's about what you can make them pay for it.
Well, because, you know, that's the thing with, like, collecting and stuff, too. Because, you know, people think that if it's, like, old or rare, then that means it's worth more. But that's not really the case.
No, but that's your skill as a seller to convince people it's worth more than it actually is.
Yeah. Do you think you're good enough to sell all that Lego?
All of it? Fuck no. Have I convinced people that it's worth more than it is? Yes.
You're gonna upsell that Lego? I can't wait to see it on eBay.
Oh, I managed to start a small bidding war on one of the sets, actually.
On eBay?
Yeah.
Can you link me to it? I want to see it.
It should. I think it's sold already. Let's see if I can. Alright, I don't log into eBay on this computer. You've got what computer?
Well, that's also Argent. That's also the difference, like retail and like secondhand selling. You know?
I mean, this is also why your location of selling is good. Yeah, important.
I will say,
if I sell you a Coke in a Walmart for $2, you'll be like, no, what the hell? But if I tell you to spend $2 on a Coke in a theme park, you're gonna go, sure, no problem.
I will say, I genuinely feel like I spent more in like quarters on a vending machine on my college campus than I did on a textbook. Like, I genuinely feel that.
You know what? I can feel that one too.
They get you good, you know? Just, you know, quick soda in between classes, nice little migraine. Just for hours. Sorry, you missed that one, Argent.
I've got this one legendary university professor who sent out an email at the start of the year. It read along the lines of, "Dear students, the university mandates you to get this textbook for 8 times the selling price, despite the fact the textbook is available online at this website. They have asked me not to share this website with you, so please do not follow this link and download the PDF." Yep, just bloody sent us all a PDF of the textbook, pretty much.
Yeah, that's a legend.
While instructing us not to download it.
I was pretty lucky in a lot of those scenarios because, like my first semester, I had a math professor who used all free resources. I feel like the only times I was really unlucky was once in biology, in which my professor had written their own like textbook and stuff, so I had to get it from whoever they were selling it through, and that really sucked because it was like specific to that class and only that class, so it's not like I could find it online anywhere unless I like knew someone, but I didn't, so I had no other option there. And then history textbooks are really brutal. And it's such a scam because whenever they make a new edition of a history textbook, the history hasn't really changed, right? So they just move around the chapters, and not even in a way that makes sense. They don't even really rewrite it most of the time. It's really bad, genuinely. But yeah, I was pretty lucky with a lot of my classes where I could just, yeah, get things online. And also, I had a literature class once, and I did try to buy a book for that, but then I realized that it was a complete scam. And you know, all the literature classes, they all do like super old text too. So it was like way easier to just find them. And like I would feel a little tinge of embarrassment when everybody had bought in the book. But honestly, you know, I pulled out this laptop, and it was such a power move because it was so noisy. And it just demanded attention. I couldn't run away from it, so at that point you just gotta own it. But you know, I pulled out that PDF, and it cost $0. That felt good. It really did.
That laptop is a monster.
It genuinely is. Honestly, it's behaving really well right now, and I guess it's because it's cold. But it's put me through a lot. I mean, right now it's stationary too. It's not a laptop anymore. It's a desktop fully. I can't take this anywhere because it will die.
So you know, I actually did used to use that laptop for my school as well.
See, this is another thing that connects us, you know?
Yeah, the teachers hated it.
That's hilarious.
It was all they could hear in the class, just the bloody laptop bands.
Yeah, I did pull it out in a couple other lecture classes too. Like instead of taking down notes in a notebook, I'd type it out. And that was really something too, because I have long nails, right? So you also get the added bonus of like clacking. Fun times. I didn't use it that much for that sort of thing, because at some point the battery got really bad. So I had to stop doing that.
Oh, but you're ruining the battery.
It's already ruined. There's no saving it.
How could you?
The thing's dead.
Poor computer.
This thing never had a chance. But yeah, I mean,
no, it didn't.
Yeah, I'd still have it with me. Cause I mean, in between classes, pull up Minesweeper. It's a great time. You know, Minesweeper is not on the summoning circle. That's probably a good thing, actually. Don't put it.
Minesweeper's not getting a place, mainly because I've accidentally closed the file.
Oh, it's gone now? You're in your paint?
Yes, the summoning circles is gone. No, I've been taking snipping tools every time.
Oh, Connor, never change, never change. Yeah. Never. Yeah, keep on to those electronics for as long as they can possibly last you. I mean,
our artist actually found out I was using paint for everything and was genuinely impressed.
Which artist?
Jim.
Ah.
I say our artist, our partnered artistic studio people.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, you could use like Canva. That's like super easy to use. You got layers. You can still do whatever. But you got clip art. No, not gonna convince you.
Nope. It feels like the more advanced application I grab, the worse I become.
It's because you're not used to it. You don't know how to navigate. You're used to paint. You know everything that's at your fingertips.
That's why I should always use paint instead of trying to change.
It's not that you can't use paint. It's just that you can't use paint.
What do you mean? I'm a paint pro.
Right. Also, yeah, I'll say Arjun. Well, I made my schedule and overlays and videos that have never seen the surface. My personal videos, I guess. I use Canva for all of those, and then for my thumbnails, if I'm looking for something specific, I actually use Ibis Paint on my phone, and that takes some time and my dexterity, but no, usually I get a pretty good result. I mean, the thing is, for what I'm trying to do, like editing certain things to be a certain way, it's just you do whatever until it works. And that's kind of also the philosophy for mixing in a weird way. It's whatever it takes to get it to the end goal, then that's what you do.
I'm gonna be honest, there's a program which is weirdly good for thumbnails.
Oh yeah?
Slides.
Well, I mean, you can use Canva for that.
True.
But yeah, for like what I do for thumbnails, I have to do a lot of cutting out and whatnot, and I don't know, I tend to airbrush a lot of things, like simulating light and whatnot. I mean, it depends on what you need, but I guess it depends on what kind of precision you want, how like you want it to be like extremely consistent across the whole thing. Like, I don't know, maybe you want like a specific frame over everything so that it all looks like it's from your channel, like you know what it is when you see it. Or if you like gaming, then you might want it to be more in the style of the thing that you're playing or whatever. But I use it's cheaper free. Same, so real. I remember trying to learn like expensive editing software using their free trials, and I honestly learned so much more just going full in on just free programs. Speaking of Connor, have you opened up DaVinci Resolve? Have you tried that out yet?
No comment.
Okay, well, if you ever like...
I'm actually supposed to start learning this week. I need to learn to start editing some videos for Chubbs.
It's not too bad. Oh, for Chubbs, interesting. I will say, if you ever find yourself like, I don't have any work to do right now, and I'm so devastated because I'm a workaholic and I love to do work. If you want, you can figure out how to make nice closed captions, like colored closed captions and movable closed captions. If you can figure out how to do that for me, and then you can tell me how to do that, I'd like that.
In exchange, you tell me if you figure out the same thing.
Fair enough. I mean, I've made some stuff in DaVinci Resolve. I made a short music video. It's not anything for Loppy. I actually made a lot of videos in 2023.
Still
None of them are
my
public.
Loppy music video.
I mean, I made a lot of lyric videos mostly, but I did make some short stuff outside of that. Like a whole 3 minutes is like really rough though. Like 1:30 is my max for like a fully moving piece of work, you know? Like I there's only so many keyframes I can put in before I start to feel my soul leaving my body. And you know, I haven't gotten the chance to use my editing skills for Loppy, but you know, in 2024, I feel like it's as good a time as ever.
I want my Loppy music videos.
Yeah, same case.
I heard you sing during your interview and then your karaoke streams. I need it again.
Actually, I was thinking about that recently because I thought about doing like an unarchived just like audio test for like as a karaoke, right? And actually, as I was doing recording tests before this because I had some time, I realized that if I had music on, it was like a little late. So I had to offset that a bit. I think it's okay-ish now. I'll have to do some tests. But you know, maybe in the near future, there's a karaoke coming. Because it's not something I'd
it's
schedule.
fresher.
It's not something I'd really schedule, right? Especially because it'd have to be unarchived. But could be sooner than later. Never know.
You're supposed to go make me have to stay awake for every single Loppy and Derik stream to try and catch the karaoke. You wouldn't do that to me, right, Loppy?
It would be on a day that we're off.
You wouldn't make me stay up for every single one, would you, Loppy? You would tell me in advance, right?
I mean, I'd probably have it pretty early in the day. So, it wouldn't be that bad. I'm not sure I would tell you.
You realize your early in the day is hell for me, right? And never urgent. I straight up don't think I'm capable of singing.
Let's do a kind of not a poll. Let's do like a kind of a poll right now. What in EST? What is the best time for you guys, all of you, including Connor, to show up to Loppy singing? When would you like me to do that? Give me a weekday too. Obliged.
Typically Saturday at about 4 PM EST is the best time to go.
Oh, that's like... See, that's what I'm telling you. That's usually a great time for me.
Oh, I thought when you said early, you were talking like 7, 8 AM.
You want me to wake up at 7 AM? to
well,
sing?
You said early.
I don't even normally wake up at 7 AM. If I wake up...
that sort of sleep where I can wake up later then...
Like, if I wake up at 7 AM, I am doing something that day. I will not be available all day. I have plans. Also, yes, Connor is going to sing. Stick around for like half an hour. And it'll burst into song.
Do you really think you can convince me to sing?
I
Let alone within half an hour.
I really don't.
Not one person has ever convinced me to sing.
Oh, you should do... If you show up in the maid dress, you should do Renai Circulation. I think that'd suit very well.
Loppy, you realize the maid dress punishment exists because I refused to sing, right?
Well, you should hit...
That was preferable for me.
2 birds out of the park, you know what I mean?
Never.
Okay, it seems like the consensus for at least Loppy singing is Saturday. I don't know about Connor singing. I think I'm out of water. I am out of water. I have so many graham crackers. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these graham crackers. I've had these graham crackers for forever because I thought I was going to use them to make a s'more dip for Halloween, but then we never got around to making all the sweets because we spent too much time making pizza. So I've just had these graham crackers for forever and they never go stale. And they're very good actually, but I'm just one person. Can't consume all these cinnamon graham crackers.
You can keep your crackers.
I don't have marshmallows anymore either. I can't even...
We can do a cracker eating stream at some point.
Cracker eating stream? I mean, that does sound like a stream I'd come up with. I usually do laundry on the street, but you know what? Actually, you know what? When did I do my laundry? I did it... like... last week on a normal day of the week.
This is very unconvincing.
I have clean clothes. I'm in clean clothes right now. I took a shower today. I'm in clean clothes. And
are you sure?
Yes, I'm in the yellow pajamas with the dogs and the hearts, and it's got a pink accent. Trust. And they're...
Are you 100% sure
the
they're
pants
clean?
reach my knees, so my knees are pretty cold. But it's fine. I'm not wearing shorts like I was before.
Are you certain they're clean though, Loppy?
The thing is, I'm wearing clean clothes, and I do have clean clothes, and I have a bunch of things on my hangers. But I stopped in the middle of putting away my clothes, so I still have clean clothes in my hamper. and a pile of dirty clothes next to my hamper.
Don't get them confused.
Oh no, I don't. I remember. Because the thing is, even though I've abandoned the task, I don't forget. It is always on my mind. It's just not hitting that nerve where it's like, oh, I should do this, or like, oh, I have to do this like right now. It's just like, oh yeah, I'll get around to that sometime. Like, I know it's there, so surely I must get around to that at some time.
You know, this reminds me too much of myself.
I know. Well,
If something's not urgent, it won't be done.
Yeah. Well, we both have fun thought processes around things like that, so yeah. And it's like, it's not hampering my life yet. Haha, funny joke. Funny wordplay. It has not made a dent on my life. So,
keyword,
there it is.
Yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. At some point, like, it's gonna, like, spread like a virus to, like, my bed, and then I won't be able to sleep. And it's gonna be like, well, I guess I'll sleep on the couch now. You know what I mean?
Wait, is that why you slept on the couch last time? You just...
No. I just sleep... It's a nice couch. So
Alright, no, that was just because it was hot, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's pretty cold down there. Honestly, it has been... Usually it's quite cold in the winter and hot in the summer in here. But now it's just hot year-round. My room is like a greenhouse. I don't know how that works, but... You know, I'm toasty in the winter. But I think I might be a little too toasty, actually. So maybe I'll visit the couch. Also, we just have really nice couch pillows for the couch cushions. They're really nice pillows. It's like the perfect density and fluffiness. I don't know, man. I might kidnap one of those pillows. One of my blankets, because I have several, got kidnapped for the couch. So, you know, it's only fair, I think. There we go. All sorted. We started the stream with like about 50 yawns. So...
Yep, I know. Remember when it took you a whole month to reach, bloody...
Well, that's because I didn't have the willpower I do now. I have more willpower, and that is inherently equivalent to the amount of yawns that I have.
Ah, so the more willpower, the more yawns we get.
Yes, that's what it's measured in. It's like Undertale determination. See, before stream we were talking about Undertale Yellow. See, it's full circle. Actually, I do wonder. I wonder if Derek will play Undertale Yellow. He's played Deltarune.
I feel like it would be a game up his alley, actually.
Yeah, well, he's, you know, in that community too. You know, it's a game maker game. They're like brothers, you know? And yeah, he's played... I feel like we talked about it 100 times, but I can't actually remember if he did, like, fully play through Undertale or not. But he's familiar. Should ask him about that, actually.
I still need to actually play it, Undertale.
You haven't played it?
No.
Well, do you know anything about Undertale? Like the story?
Sadly enough, yes.
Okay. Well, we'll be fine, but that's
It
okay.
was one of those games I used to actually study streaming in the first place.
Oh,
so I know it in far too much detail.
I see. That was a game that I followed since the demo. I was really into the concept at the time when it first like a fledgling game. I had no idea the kind of beast it would be turned into. I think that was probably like before middle school for me. I think it like fully came out. But I think I must have been in elementary when the demo came out. Here to think about.
It was a while ago, wasn't it?
And you know, Deltarune's coming out with those chapters. I know nothing about Deltarune. So, I'm excited to experience that sometime. You know, maybe... I don't know, would that be a good Loppy Derik thing? Like, Derek plays the game, and I'm there also. I don't know why I said it like that. We all do that.
Isn't there a multiplayer Undertale mod?
That would not... that would not pan out well, I think.
Why not?
I am not good at those types of games. I've tried. They tried to train me. I went on a little training arc, and funnily enough... so, clearly you don't know this, because you didn't know that Shira and I had talked before. But Derek, Shira, and I, we hung out for a little bit outside of IL stuff, and he made her play fan games, and she was actually pretty good at it. She picked it up really quickly. Oh, we also played Baba as You. That was fun. And like right after that, the DLC came out.
I feel like Shiro is one of the gamers.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I love Shiro. She's lovely.
Yeah, no, it's a multiplayer Undertale mod.
Yeah, I don't think that one's for me.
I agree. I think you guys should give it a go. So we have Derek's raging passion for these type of games combined with you doing your best.
I think that me doing my best is quite sad, actually. I think you overestimate me doing my best.
Oh no, I really don't think I am.
When you do your best,
it's just I know. So the mod links your health together.
I see.
So if you die, Derek dies.
Well, I think it might be fun as like a one-shot sort of stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we
maybe like a one shot. Yeah, that could seem
sort of thing. Like we said it out
genocide run in one stream.
Or you're gonna be there for so long. You're gonna be there so long. My good friend, who's a VTuber, cleared genocide. And they play like Undertale for the first time. They did genocide, and they cleared Sans first try, and I was so mad because they didn't have the archive stream, so I didn't get to see it. Very upsetting.
I want to see Loppy versus Sans. Stream till he beats Sans.
I'm never gonna stop streaming. It's gonna be a 24-hour stream. It's gonna be a sleeping stream at that point.
Perfect.
I'm gonna pass out at some point. Like Sans passes out at the end. Ugh.
Who has more endurance, Loppy or Sans?
I'm gonna take a nap as Kara, and then he's gonna get an opportunity of attack on me. Also, I clearly have less stamina even now.
What do you mean? You're full of energy. You can feel it radiating from your body.
I really can't. I'm the opposite of you. When I have caffeine, it makes me eepy.
Oh, caffeine doesn't wake me up.
No, it just gives you a migraine.
Yeah. It's just a migraine. There's no benefit to.
Well, I mean, I was about to say, I'm assuming you like to taste, but again, it wasn't even coffee. It was Coke. I've never. How much caffeine is in Coca-Cola? Anyways,
not
in the
much.
UK even. You must be.
I mean,
really
then again.
to it. Or you just had a hell.
I mean, then again, I'm assuming it's caffeine, but at the same time, the more I'm thinking about it, the more it's bugging me.
You think it could be something else in there?
Because so I've never had a migraine from a bottle or a can of Coke.
Oh.
But it's always the McDonald's Cokes.
Oh. Are we preparing the lawsuit?
McDonald's, what are you doing to your Coke?
What are they doing to their Coke? Now I'm curious. Cause I mean, I always just assume that it's like the soda fountain soda, right?
I mean, yeah, I believe it is out of a soda fountain.
So what's going on in their little machine?
Who knows?
That's ominous.
You know, I actually had someone come into my Discord the other day and start giving me flack for, well, in my DMs, start giving me flack for simultaneously saying I'm broke and going to McDonald's so much.
Isn't the point that McDonald's is cheap and convenient?
I mean, I just sent them how much I spend on my McDonald's.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. As someone who is like broke, like not gonna say the number, but and I live with my parents. My parents make below what is considered let's say
living wage.
Not living wage. It's well below
Wealthy.
average. Like annual. And like of the amount of money that I was sent when I went to community college, because of like like combined household expenses and whatnot, I was pretty much paid to go to college because of how broke I was. Yeah, I mean, that is the reality. Cause like actually being able to have like a fully stocked fridge and being able to cook is way more expensive than fast food. And yeah, that is how you end up in that loop. Cause even like time is money. The time that you need to do that too is another thing.
I mean, I actually pretty much just have to pay for petrol cost. Right?
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's like you.
I straight up. No, I mean,
it is a thing.
If you can figure out how to order properly on the app, you can straight up just get free meals.
Remembering that time you had the cookie dough glitch. Oh well.
It wasn't a cookie dough glitch. It was the entire Pizza Hut thing was glitched.
I think what we're learning is that Connor is a scammer, actually.
Actually, that one was by complete accident. I ordered from the wrong Pizza Hut, and changed store. It emptied out my basket. I rebuilt my basket, ordered, and then I had 2 of my meal delivered to me. I was kind of like, this is a mistake, right? I tried it again the next day, and they delivered 2 meals to me again.
Did
Derek tried it, and it worked for Derek. Yeah.
That's
so when you changed store, it didn't actually clear your basket. It visually cleared it, but it still kept what was in there. But it did not add the cost on. So you were getting whatever you had in that last basket on top of whatever you ordered.
Oh man.
But without paying for the first basket.
Okay. Good for them.
It was patched out pretty quickly.
Oh, that's a pretty.
But I think Derek got to use it once. I used it twice, and then it was gone.
Yeah, honestly, more power to you. Oh, sounds like a great deal.
No, this one's just combining deals in McDonald's, and you can straight up just get free food.
Yeah, but I had a period of time where I was ordering like fast food every day, and then at some point I was like, okay, can't do this anymore. And I did try to learn how to cook one thing. And then when I ran out of stuff to cook that one thing, I was like, well, I guess I won't eat then. And it's better now. Oh. 'Cause it's a mix of, okay, well, I got some prepared stuff, and I know how to basically do this thing if I need it, and you know, now I've got a grocery store close, so if I need to do a quick run for like 1 or 2 things I'm missing, then yeah, that's easy. But yeah. I mean, it really depends on where you live, being able to facilitate that sort of thing. I mean, a few years back, I didn't have the grocery store. So, you know, what I had in my fridge was what I had in my fridge. Couldn't do anything about that.
Oh yeah, a few years back, I didn't have the fast food stores.
Precisely.
So I straight up just had to make do with whatever I could buy.
Yeah, you gotta make the most of what you got.
Actually, so I'm out of range of pretty much all delivery services.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm close enough to quickly make the trip myself.
I see.
But Domino's recently just kind of went, yeah, we're going to increase our delivery range. And now I can get pizzas delivered. They're so expensive, but it is so convenient.
Convenience is money too. Baba.
Patiently waiting for Loppy to fall asleep right now.
No, okay, here's the thing. A few years ago, that was absolutely possible. But something changed, and I don't know what it was. And it is not possible for me to fall asleep in a situation that I don't really want. It's like I can get
Loppy
exhausted.
Can choose if she falls asleep.
Because like I can get exhausted, but I don't get loopy anymore. Because I mean, you remember, right? Like on call, I used to get really tired, and then I'd say crazy things, and I was out of my mind, and it's all like, right?
Those were fun times.
But I literally can't do that anymore. It's not possible. Like I'm asleep in here, or like I'm asleep out here, but I'm awake in here. You know what I mean? You know
I want
what I
Loopy
mean?
Loppy back.
I want her back too. It was fun, but it's not possible. I'm a changed Loppy.
Let's go for 24 hours and see if we can get a Loopy Loppy.
24 hours, okay. I mean, I did do that once. Alright, we had the sleeping stream with Derek. That was
oh no,
kinda...
I mean 24 hours awake and see if you go Loopy.
I think it would reveal how boring my life is. Because, honestly, I could just pick a day and do that. Like, any day out of the week. Not any day, but... practically. I'd be like, alright, I've woken up. I'm here now. I might scroll Twitter, but then I'll get sick of it. I'm like, oh, I don't want to see this. It's bringing my mood down. I'll scroll YouTube. I'll loop the same song that you can't listen to because it's copyrighted. I'll loop that for a good few hours. I might list things. I love making lists. You know, like a tier list. Just organizing something very innocuous. Then I get stuck on one thing and I'm like, okay, in the trash. It's dead to me now. Oh, I remember that I have to eat something. So then I go downstairs. I forget why I'm there. I get lost a little bit. I'll come back in an hour and then I realize, oh, I actually didn't get anything. So then I'll go back down. I might, if I bring my phone with me, because I'm definitely gonna bring my phone. Probably get distracted, watch a video essay, but I'll have my food by then. Then I'll come up and I'll be like, oh wait, I was supposed to be here. I think I probably would get tired at some point in that stream because I'd have to be in my chair the whole time. I guess I don't have to, but generally speaking.
Your day is sounding a lot more exciting than mine.
Really?
I wake up, I go to my computer, I check my messages, I respond to anything related to work, I go get a drink. I go to my computer. I start work. I go get lunch. I continue work. I continue work. I go eat. I go sleep.
Yeah, okay, I can see what you mean. I guess for
Top quality
me,
day.
yeah, I guess the difference between doing nothing between our days is that, well, if you're doing work, then it's like, I guess it's productive. That's not necessarily like a good thing in terms of like quality of life. But for me, it's like, I guess if I do nothing, then it's not very productive. But I don't know, maybe I'm happier, I don't know.
I mean, you said tier list, so let's start making tier list streams. I don't know. Combat power, the talents. Who's got the most combat power? Who's got the least?
The thing is, I only make a tier list based on who would be in which subunit of which Love Live group. I mean, I get if you want, I can do that with the talents.
Sure,
it's gonna be a very singular thing, but actually, let me get a quick once over of them. Let me open up the PNGs. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, Derik? That's easy. I'd say either Quartz or Azalea. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Well, Lily White makes sense aesthetically, but not too much music-wise. So I'm gonna put him... Oh, Azalea, they have Innocent Bird. That's a good Derek Center song. Okay, that's my... I think he would like Quartz a lot. Actually, yeah, I think he would like Quartz too much. So I'm putting him in Quartz. He gets a nice singer smile. Although one of his favorite Love Live songs is Maze Town, but no, he wouldn't survive a day. Weirdly enough, I'm not a Maze Town girly. It's also one of my favorites. But that's not a subunit I'm in.
I've got some recording on my PC somewhere of you guys singing Maze Town.
No, you don't. I have it.
Yes, I do.
In my No, you don't.
I've got the raw audio.
No, you don't.
I don't have the mixed edition, but I do have the raw audio.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
Yes.
I'll deny it.
Do you want me to release the audio?
No. Is this a threat? Am I being blackmailed? Guys, am I being blackmailed right now? I have it on tape. Roll it back.
I don't even know what I'm blackmailing you for.
Yeah, figure that out. Figure out your price first, and then we can talk. We'll negotiate the terms.
2 streams a week, or Maze Town comes out.
Oh God! You hit me directly in my weak spot. Here, I'll do the unarchived karaoke, and I'll do Maze Town on the karaoke.
To counteract my blackmail.
Yeah.
In that case, I will release your audition tape.
You recorded that? Oh, yeah. I feel like we talked about this.
Yeah, we did. Remember, you were disclosed at the start of all of auditions back then.
Oh, yeah, we did
used to
talk
record
about
them.
that.
We don't record them anymore, actually.
Yeah. I recall. Honestly, I kind of killed it, though. I don't know, I was younger. I distinctly remember, while I was singing the song, I was like, I'm in the wrong key. And then I changed midway, but you didn't notice because you didn't know the song.
So I was completely counting on the other guy for the music. I am completely tone deaf.
I know.
You can sing anything at me. I would expect, yep, it's great.
Yeah, that's why I love you so much, and I appreciate your support so much. You always hype me up.
I can straight up now I'm more experienced. I still can't tell what's good and bad, but I can use logic to kind of go, Most people would say this is bad, so.
I figured out something recently. It was kind of embarrassing, but it opened up my eyes a lot. I say recently, I mean anytime within the last 6 months. So that's all recent to me. Maybe not even, maybe it's before that, but
Sounds recent.
yeah, anytime in 2023, really. Yeah, I realized I was singing most things slightly higher than it was supposed to be, but I didn't notice it because yeah, I just heard it back to myself, and I was like, yeah, that's what that sounds like when it comes out of me. But then when I listened back to it, I'm like, something's not right, and I don't know what it is. But I finally figured it out. It's just a little lower feeling than I thought it would be. It's a really strange thing. But yeah, once I realized that, I was like, oh my god, I'm doing the whole thing wrong. And it's weird to like realize that and keep that up too, because it doesn't sound right when it comes out, but then it does sound right in the recording, and I'm like, this is so wrong. This is so fucked.
I mean, you can never. It's weird, but you can never actually quite hear your voice properly when you're actually. When it's coming out of your mouth.
Yeah. So you just gotta get used to the feeling. Weird thing. I am entering the stage of eepiness where I stretch a lot more. Oh yeah, I realized too, one of the reasons I've been sleeping so poorly, like I've been getting a lot of like shoulder and shoulder blade pain, is because even when I sleep on my back, I sleep with my arms above my head, right? And apparently it's like stretching it out too much. So I wake up and it's like, oh, it's sore. And I've also been trying to avoid like leaning too much on my armrest, but that's really hard. So yeah, it's all part of my posture management plan. I have a pillow behind me and it's keeping me straight. I've been doing that the past couple of days. It's a very recent development, not 6 months ago. Yeah, aside from that, what were we were talking about? I was gonna quickly go through and see which Love Live unit. Okay, me. I mean, I was a theater kid, so there's a bit of Asuna in me. But honestly, I think I'm more of a Chiron kind of gal, at least with my voice. Oh, I'm a Braveheart coaster, Dragon Riders, Whistle of Revolution kind of girly. Darky, that feels like that. I want to say Guilty Kiss. Yeah, I'll say Guilty Kiss. That aesthetic. It's a bit Yoshiko-esque, but it's also kind of cutesy with the hearts, so I guess that's a bit Mari-esque. Basil should also be easy. Who's kind of got like a magic.
You can say everyone should be easy.
Maybe. I just might. I just might.
Goes through each one. Easy! This one's easy!
And that'd take 50 million years. I'll say, I want to say either Azalea or Lily White. I don't know. He's got some versatility. He's a bit gentle too. I'll say Lily White. I guess my goal is to try to get all of them in a thing. Chubbs. It's very. I mean, just his whole presence. I mean, his design. It's very contemporary in nature, I guess you could say. Oh, now I have to actually look at the level. I don't want to say BB. I think that's a bit too hype. Too much energy.
What do you mean? Chubbs is bursting with energy.
Yeah, I can see that. I would say I'm not as familiar with the Liella subunits. Oh, and I didn't even think about... Oh my god. I didn't even think about the Hasunosora ones. Actually, no. Basil is in Hasunosora. I'm not sure... Ooh. Oh, wait. No. I have to go... Oh gosh. Actually, no. The others are good. Darky can be an Aqua, for sure. Basil is definitely in Hasunosora somewhere. Chubbs feels like Nijigasaki to me. What are the Nijigasaki units? I'll say... They're not Bumpy Dumpy, no. They're like Syncrise. Terrible name. I'm still upset about it. I'll actually say Catchu for... Actually, no. Considering the music that Chubbs makes. Maybe Syncrise is better. Very versatile. Ella, that's easy. That's a very ethereal vibe. Haha, Illyrio. Is that... Wait. I feel like there's a lot of things that you can tie Illyrio back to. I'll say Kaleidoscore. It's a bit, Ren Hazuki-esque. In a way. Not in a way. In a way. It's cute. It works. Spectre. I want to say musically, maybe like Katsu, but I don't think that's right.
Just put him in the edgiest group.
I mean, that would be Guilty Kiss. But actually, because I was gonna say maybe like Nijigasaki, but they're way too pastel for him. So yeah, I'll say Guilty Kiss for now. If not, I keep on calling Monster Girl. Actually, maybe Chubbs could be in Rebirth. I don't know. I'll think about it. Makura. I want to say Quartz. Actually, yeah, I'll say Quartz. Makura can be in Quartz with Derek. Lilith. Easy.
Easy hesitates.
I mean, I feel like I was gonna say Rebirth, but no, that is not right. Dalkistra. It's kind of like not a gothic vibe. It is a bit darker, but it's still got a softness to it. Soma, so easy. That is the easiest. I'm like scrolling, looking around, clicking. This is the easiest thing I've seen in my life. The easiest. Really, I feel like Soma could be like the Kanon figure in Azalea. However, I feel like actually. Oh wait, no. BB. It's for sure BB. Soma, they're like. In BB, they're like the more mature one, but also the hype one. Yeah. That makes sense to me. That makes so much sense to me. Victor, also, easiest thing I've ever seen.
Victor's the easiest to place, is he?
Yeah, he's so...
So is he placed yet?
He's so love life coded. It's crazy. This is the easiest placement I've ever made in my life. The easiest signing. Oh, I totally forgot about the rival groups too. Oh my god. I'm a fool. I'm so foolish.
Yes, you are. This is supposed to be your jam, Loppy. How can you forget?
Victor is also BB. However, if he learns to rap, if he ever does, here's my request for Victor. Actually, I want him to do, what's that one? That one song. It's one of those drifting ones. Mermaid cover. Oh, wait, no, I can't actually. You gotta it is not disco.
If you want Victor to rap something, pass it on to me, and I'll pass it on to Victor, and I will try use intimidation tactics to get you a rap cover.
Well,
What
there's a
we
rap in
intimidate
it.
Victor into singing Gamble Rumble? Got it.
Yeah. Gamble Rumble. You know, it's one of those drifting songs, initial D, you know.
Did you just agree to me going to intimidate someone? You're not supposed to endorse my actions.
I didn't think you meant it literally. Unless, are
Well,
you
now
actually
you've given
going
me.
to? Like, I'm not a part of this. I'm
Oh
just
no,
hyped
this
to
is
end wrapped
complete.
up in
You
the
are the one who
Gamble Rumble.
instructed me.
No, you came to me in my time of like, I was distracted. I was hyped up about BB. You know, I just placed him in BB. I was
You have
like, this is the
instructed
easiest
me
thing
to
in my life.
intimidate Victor.
Well, it's on tape. Roll it back.
Yes, it is. Where you clearly say yes, you should.
Anyhow, who's next? Oh, Shiro, so easy. Actually, this is VTube Studio doing a thing on me. Did something crash?
Oh no.
I'm gone. I'm literally gone.
This is my stream now. Mwahaha.
My screen went black. It's not the screen. It's not the screen that I have OBS on, so that's good. So I can end stream if I want.
Oh, you've just lost VTube Studio.
Yeah. No, I've lost my main screen.
Oh.
Is this? Can I click on this other screen? Is it frozen? You're still moving on it. Say something again.
Mwahaha. I own this screen now.
You know,
This
it
one
would.
is all mine.
It would
You
be
shall
good.
not put your cursor on this screen.
It would be really good to have a hotkey to end stream. To be honest.
Can you straight up just not end stream?
Maybe.
Oh god. Is this an infinite stream? You trap me here for eternity, Loppy?
I don't know. I could if I restart my computer, will that end stream?
You know, that's something I'm never certain of. Because I know it does end the stream. But the next time you open up OBS, I've ended stream before by shutting down. During a power cut. I turned my PC back on. I opened up OBS to edit some overlays. And it just went live. It just went, yep, you are continuing your stream.
Okay, that's fun. Well, you know what? We've been here a good couple of hours. So why don't we say our goodbyes? I'll restart my computer. I'll open up OBS again. If it's still running, I'll just close it. It's fine. Actually,
Okay.
wait. My screen flashed. Do I have access? No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, so
I own
3,
this screen. Oh god,
2...
your stream flashed.
Oh, did it now? Okay, so that wasn't just me. That's interesting. Oh, you're gone. Okay, I think that means it's time. It's the sign of the end. So 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, yes, oh yeah, Segi. I almost forgot for a second. Bye bye, bye bye. Are you gonna say too, or have I lost you? Okay, I might have lost you. Hopefully that picked up. Bye.